Hey everyone, buckle up because what we're diving into today is one of the most explosive developments to shake the NFL in years, and it centers around the Dallas Cowboys, the Detroit Lions, and an unexpected admission from the league that has fans in disbelief. For days, the sports world has been buzzing with controversy, arguments, viral clips, and non-stop debate over what happened on that field, but now something even bigger just dropped. The NFL has officially admitted that a shocking officiating error occurred in that game, a mistake that wasn't just minor or technical but one that could have shaped the entire outcome and playoff landscape. This isn't the kind of announcement the league makes lightly, and the reaction across social media, in locker rooms, among analysts, and in fanbases nationwide has been absolute chaos. Cowboys fans feel vindicated, Lions fans feel confused and robbed, and everyone else is asking how something this massive could have slipped through the cracks at the highest level of professional football. The incident we're talking about has already been seen millions of times across Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and ESPN highlight reels, replayed frame by frame, slowed down, zoomed, and dissected to the finest detail. The turning point in the game was one of those moments when the entire world just froze, when you could feel the tension in every living room, bar, and stadium seat. Flags flew, players argued, coaches screamed into headsets, and announcers struggled to make sense of what they were witnessing. The play resulted in a decision that swung momentum, drove outrage, and instantly became one of the most controversial officiating moments of the season. People demanded answers, called for accountability, and insisted someone step forward to explain what really happened. And for a moment, it looked like the NFL was going to stay silent and let the storm blow over. But then everything changed. Because just hours ago, in a stunning reversal that nobody expected, the league stepped forward publicly and acknowledged the mistake. Not only did they admit the error, but they confirmed it affected the competitive balance of the game. This is rare, almost unheard of at this level, and the league's follow-up action has shocked everyone even more. Instead of issuing a vague statement or quietly moving on, the NFL is taking unprecedented steps to correct the handling of officiating protocol moving forward. Some insiders say this decision could reshape referee accountability permanently, and may even lead to expanded replay authority or rule amendments before playoff season begins. This is the type of event that triggers league-wide reform, something fans and analysts have been demanding for years, but few expected to actually see. Now Cowboys Nation is on fire, celebrating the validation they've been waiting for, posting clips, tagging analysts, and calling out anyone who dismissed concerns as overreaction. The Lions fanbase, on the other hand, is furious and heartbroken, feeling like they were put in an impossible position by an officiating failure that should never have happened in the first place. Players from both teams have spoken out, some with measured comments, others with frustration, and still more hinting that this may not be the only blown call of its kind this season. Former NFL officials have already jumped into the conversation, explaining how this type of miscommunication could happen, while also admitting that this one stands out as simply inexcusable. Former players are calling for rule change. Commentators are demanding accountability. Fans are calling this the turning point the league desperately needed. At this point, the big question isn't just what went wrong, but how deep the issue truly goes. If one officiating mistake this obvious could happen in such a high-profile game, how many others have slipped through unnoticed? How many outcomes across the season could have been altered? How many playoff seeds could be different right now if every critical penalty had been correct? These questions are echoing across sports radio programs and dominating every major NFL talk panel. This controversy has become bigger than one game, one call, or one team. This is a credibility moment, a trust in officiating moment, and the NFL seems to know it. That's why their response now matters far more than whatever happened on that field. And the reaction isn't slowing down. Clips of the play are still trending. Broadcast hosts are debating it in heated segments. Fans are posting 20-minute breakdowns with arrows and circles showing why the decision was wrong. Even casual viewers who normally don't care about officiating are glued to the story because this feels like a rare moment when the league is being forced to publicly confront something it has avoided for too long. For years, people have said NFL officiating is inconsistent, unpredictable, sometimes even chaotic under pressure. Now, the league itself has essentially admitted that at least one major game-changing moment was mishandled, and they can't hide behind replay angles or rule interpretations anymore. But here is where things get even bigger. Sources close to the league are reporting that an official review board has been assembled specifically to analyze the Cowboys-Lions situation in detail and evaluate what procedural failures allowed it to happen. There are whispers that certain rulebooks may be adjusted before the postseason. There are suggestions of new technology being introduced for late-season games. There is speculation that more decisions will be moved to centralized replay instead of relying exclusively on on-field crews. The NFL knows it cannot afford another situation like this on a playoff stage with the world watching, and that may be the pressure point that finally forces modernization into referee decision systems. Right now, Dallas stands in a public spotlight unlike anything they've experienced this season. For Cowboys supporters, this moment feels like justice, like long overdue acknowledgement that something was wrong and needed to be said out loud. For the Lions, it feels like a wound, deep and still fresh, one that will fuel conversation and resentment for years if the outcome of the season ends up hanging on this moment. And for the NFL, this is history, the kind of controversy that becomes a reference point. 10 years from now, fans may still say, "Remember that Cowboys-Lions game, the one that forced the league to finally change?" That's how monumental this moment could be. The coming days will bring even more reaction. We're expecting analysts to break down every angle on live television. We're waiting to hear if coaches will speak more openly now that the league has taken responsibility. We're watching closely to see whether this triggers suspensions, retraining, replacements, or a restructuring of officiating authority. This is one of those stories where the biggest headlines might still be ahead, where every hour could bring another twist. Fans are refreshing notifications. Reporters are digging deeper. Players are reacting in real time. And the NFL is under the brightest spotlight it has had all season. So stay locked in, because this situation is far from over. The league has admitted fault, they've taken action, but everyone is waiting to see how far this will go and what it truly means for the future of football. The Cowboys-Lions incident may be remembered not only as a controversial moment but as the spark that changed how games are called for years to come. This is a developing story, and trust me, you do not want to miss what comes next. Let me know what you think, because this could go down as the turning point in NFL officiating history. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay ahead of every major NFL update, every late-night development, and every breaking Cowboys headline, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a moment.